In this video, we're going to be discussing all of the leaked abilities from Mr. Fantastic, aka Reed Richards. So guys, comment down below which character you want to see in the game. But if you're new to the channel, please make sure you go ahead and you hit that subscribe button and just leave a like, leave a comment, and let me know what other videos you want to see. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first ability from Reed Richards is Elastic Strength. So skills generate elasticity, boosting attack power. Reaching full elasticity triggers an inflated state that restores health and boosts even more damage. So this makes me feel like he's going to get like a lot bigger. Triggers an inflated state means he's going to like get, you know, taller, maybe more stretchier, which restores his health and boosts even more damage. Like I don't know how long he stays in the inflated state for, but the fact that it also boosts attack power is crazy. So moving on to the next one to follow that up is Stretch Punch. Stretch out a forward punch to attack enemies. So this is just like a classic Reed Richards ability of just him being able to stretch out, and that means you don't have to. Hopefully, you don't have to be that close. It's got like a bit of a range on it. You know, kind of like the movies with how he's able to stretch so much. It will be really interesting to see this character like in game and how they work and how, you know, he gets polished off. But the fact that he can stretch punch, and you know, they're not really like taming down like what he is as a character, and like his abilities is really good. And the fact, like I said, you can go in an inflated state and then go into stretch punch because it boosts the damage is really cool. Like all of the Fantastic Four are going to be great characters, and this is just the first one I'm covering in more depth. So let me know down below what you think about Reed Richards so far. So moving on to the next set of abilities, we've got Distended Grip. So that is extends arms forward to entangle an enemy, then press left mouse click to select and yank another enemy, knocking them up to one another. So you can then, from this, you can pretty much grab an enemy, entangle an enemy maybe like in the air, and then you can click another enemy if you see them, and then you can like throw them into that person, knocking them up to one another, probably doing some damage to each other once they hit each other. You know, they could be stunned when they hit the floor, but the fact that you can like grab someone and like entangle them, it'll be interesting to see if they can escape from that, or if it's like, you know, just because it's a couple of seconds, then they get out of it, and like how much damage do they take? Is it like an easy grab? Is like the hitbox easy for it? It'll be interesting to see what that's like. So moving on to the next one, we've got Flexible Elongation. So select a target and dash forwards to them, dealing damage to enemies and granting bonus health to allies. So you can obviously lock onto an enemy and like just dash into them. So I don't know how you're going to dash as Reed Richards. Maybe like it's like a big full stretch into them, and you deal enemies to them. You deal damage to the enemy, but you're also granting bonus health. So it must be like you dash and there's like a circle around you, like a field of where you know like how much health you're gonna give, or there'll be like no circle, and it's just if you're close by to an enemy, you just you grant them health, or it's during a dash. If they're in that dash field, they get the health. It'll be interesting how that one works, because I feel like it's a bit open-ended. So moving on to the final two abilities, we've got Reflexive Rubber. Stretch body to absorb damage before launching stored damage in the targeted direction. Now this one is crazy. This gives me like a Vanguard vibe. The fact that he can stretch his body to absorb damage. Usually like the Vanguards in this game will be, you know, they'll have a shield. And that's kind of what makes them a Vanguard, because they can, you know, they have some type of shield. I'm not saying that's like a necessity, but that's what you'd imagine a Vanguard does have. You know, Magneto with a shield. The Hulk can shield his enemies. Doctor Strange with his shield. I guess one of the only ones is Thor. Thor's a Vanguard, but he's not got a shield. The fact that you can stretch, absorb all the damage, and then launch it back into the targeted direction is so fun. And then finally, we've got Brainiac Bounce. Leap upward and smash the ground, knocking up enemies within range. Upon hitting an enemy, leap again up to 6 times. So, is Brainiac Bounce the ultimate? I'm not too sure. Like, rereading it, maybe that's one of the ones that's closest to to actually be in his ultimate. We'll be interested to see what his ultimate is. But that one, the fact you can hit an enemy and leap up again to 6 times, kind of reminds me of the Winter Soldier's ultimate that we see like in a trailer we've seen from the gameplay of people who got access to. So with his ultimate, like if you like come back down and I think you hit someone and kill them, you can then jump back into the air to then like come back down and hit someone else with his you know, with his Winter Soldier arm. So maybe that's kind of a similar thing. So knocking enemies within the range, and upon hitting an enemy you can leap up again to 6 times. So maybe the hitting an enemy does like a lot of damage, and that's why they're limiting it to 6 times. It'd be interesting to see. I mean, it'd be really fun to use Reed Richards, especially as like a Vanguard, and just see what his quirky little voice lines will be. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for the video. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure you go down below and hit the subscribe button. We're closing in on 1,000 subscribers. This is just a Marvel Rivals, and I make some like fun Marvel Rivals like YouTube shorts, just Marvel Rivals YouTube shorts, and just, you know, Marvel YouTube shorts. It's like trends or choosing the best Marvel characters and things like that. So if you do enjoy videos like that, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And yeah, leave a comment down below on which characters you want to see next, and I will be making a video on them. So yep, I've been Az, you guys have been awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.